Hey there, thank you for coming back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the new Milky New Year collection from Etude House. This is a collection that is released in celebration of the Lunar New Year of the cow. Let us start by looking at the 3 new 9-pan eyeshadow palettes that are part of this release. The 3 new Play Color Eyes eyeshadow palette in the Milky New Year collection from Etude House each retails for $27 and they are respectively the Banana Milk palette, the Strawberry Milk palette, and the Blueberry Milk palette. We'll first take a look at the Strawberry Milk palette. This is the palette with very light and pastel-y pink and coral shades. Because the shades in this palette are so light, it might not actually show up very well on people who have skin tones that are darker than a 23 in Korean Cushion foundation. If I compare this Strawberry Milk palette to the Peri Para Old Take Mood palette in Coral Mingo, you can clearly see how much lighter and much more pastel-y the Strawberry Milk palette is in comparison to the Coral Mingo palette, which looks very warm in comparison to this Strawberry Milk palette. For the eye makeup look that I am showing here, I used I Love Milk as the base shade, Strawberry Brown as the crease and also lower lash line shade, Strong Strawberry as the upper crease defining shade, and then for the topper shade I used Fresh Strawberries. Even though I used pretty much all the darkest shades in the Strawberry Milk palette, the eye makeup look still turned out very light and very subtle, so this is definitely something you should be careful of when deciding whether to buy this Strawberry Milk palette from Etude House. Next, the Blueberry Milk palette. This is the palette of Milky Lilac and Cool Mauve shades. Just like in the Strawberry Milk palette, the first 2 rows of this palette consists of very light and pastel-y shades, which, because they are very cool tone compared to the Strawberry Milk palette shades, they come off kind of more chalky than I would like them to. A side-by-side comparison between the Etude House Blueberry Milk palette and the Peri Para Old Take Mood palette in Muteful Rose can show us that the Muteful Rose palette is definitely a little bit deeper and also a little bit more rosy. Whereas the Etude House palette, though the coolest palette out of the 3 Milky New Year palettes, is definitely still a little bit reddish and warmer than the Muteful Rose palette. For the look that I created using the Blueberry Milk palette, I used Berry Milk Tea as my base shade, Berry Good as the crease and lower lash line shade, then top it all off with the glitter shade Thank You Berry. Though I was concerned that there is not going to be a lot of differences in the makeup using the Blueberry Milk palette and the Strawberry Milk palette, it is very nice to see that even though both are very subtle, we can still see a difference in the tones between these 2 palettes. Before moving on to the Banana Milk Play Color Eyes eyeshadow palette, let's first take a look at the 3 corresponding blushes. The Banana Milk blush is the color of Just Ripe Apricot. The Strawberry Milk blush is spot on the color of Strawberry Milk, a light, neutral tone coral pink. And lastly, the Blueberry Milk blush is probably the most disappointing product out of this release. It swatches very chalky and also very gray for a lilac blush. When I swatch the Strawberry Milk blush and the Blueberry Milk blush side by side on my face, the Strawberry Milk blush swatches very nice and natural, and it is the perfect choice if you do not want to wear a lot of blush, but you do want to use a blush that will tie your makeup look together. On the other hand, the Blueberry Milk blush swatches very gray on my skin tone. So I have saved my favorite product from this release for last, the Play Color Eyes eyeshadow palette in Banana Milk. This is a palette of neutral and everyday appropriate beige with some subtle pop of orange and mauve mixed in. The color selection of this Banana Milk palette really says banana bread more so than banana milk. The colors are a lot deeper and also not as yellowy as the name Banana Milk would suggest. If you are one of these people who are wondering if this palette is too similar to the Play Color Eyes Big House palette, also from Etude House, then the answer for you is no. The Big House palette is actually a lot warmer and also contain more orangey shades compared to the more neutral tones of the shades in the Banana Milk palette. In fact, the most similar palette that I own in my collection is the Wake Make Balanced Nude palette. All shades in the Banana Milk palette combine well together, and the eyeshadows are all soft and nicely pigmented without being over the top. This palette is perfect for the beginners to makeup, or those who do not want to spend a lot of time on their eyeshadow look. Combining the Banana Milk palette with the Banana Milk blush will give you the perfect makeup look that is simple yet still fresh and put together. That is all for today, guys. Please hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video or found it useful, and also consider subscribing to my channel for more content on Korean beauty in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.